So, hello. Welcome back to another clip. It's Sunday. I think it's November 10th. Yeah, it's November 10th. The sun is in Scorpio. The moon went into Pisces last night, I believe. And it's a Pisces. God, I can't even think. When I'm recording in the car, I'll literally be so hyper aware of my surroundings. Nobody cares what I'm doing. Let me not think about that. The moon is conjunct Saturn, or is about to conjunct Saturn, whatever, in Pisces. But I was talking to my mom today, and it was just like, this has brought me to pull out my phone and start talking. I don't want to stray away from astrology, so I'm going to talk about how these changes are affecting me in my chart right now. What is that? And then go on to like the topic of discussion. So I'm a Libra rising, as I said in previous videos. So sun is going through my second house. It's been aspecting my Aquarius placements, aspecting my moon, aspecting my Venus. So as we know, the second house is simply the house of values and your self-esteem and self-worth, right? So after the new moon in Scorpio on November 1st, I kind of took a turn in just how I'm doing things. You know, in order to create more change in your life, you have to switch up your routine a bit, right? You have to be doing things specifically every single day that contributes to the change that you want to happen, right? So that's kind of what I've been doing these past couple weeks. And I was talking to my mom today, and my mom is a Libra, and we were just talking about, basically to sum it up, how her need to want to please everybody, her need to want to help everybody out, and then me as an Aries, of course, like, this is how a lot of our conversations go, is like, you don't need to worry about everybody. Like, I completely understand, but at the end of the day, you have to have balance. And me being an Aries and her being a Libra, I completely understand the act of being selfish, quote unquote. I understand the act of putting yourself first, and it's not in a way of, or some areas they can be a little much, I know, but me personally, I simultaneously understand, and this may or may not be because I have a Libra rising, so I simultaneously understand the act of helping people out, putting yourself out there, people pleasing, and then the act of being selfish and being to yourself, or reserving your energy. And both sides have very good ways of living, but it has to be balanced at the end of the day. Like, you can't be too selfish, you can't be too giving, because people are going to take advantage of you if you're too giving or too overly compassionate or understanding. But if you're too selfish, on the other hand, it's like, people are not going to want to really be around you. People are going to think you're fine all the time. You might not have a lot of people around you when you actually probably really need it, if you're constantly selfish and pushing yourself away from people. And so, like, that's something that I'm also, like, simultaneously learning. Like, I'm either, like, with the opposition I deal with in my charts, I'm either on one extreme of being into my Libra too much, people pleasing, like accommodating, going with other people's thoughts and ideas, or I'm on the opposite end of, I don't give a flying fuck what anybody want to do. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm putting myself first. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm worried about what I want to do, taking control of my own aspirations and my desires and my thoughts and what makes me happy in that moment, compared to going along with somebody and what somebody else wants to do. So I kind of trickle between the two. But going back to Scorpio new moon and the things that I've been working on and realizing is, like, with the second house being emphasized, is like, you have to really create your own value system within yourself, and it can mean anything to you. But one thing that I just wanted to speak on, what some people might benefit from, is you don't have to, how can I say this? Money is not what makes you valuable. It can, in some people's eyes, or however you perceive that, very well, yes, that is also something that two things can be true. You having a lot of money or being wealthy, yes, you could be very valuable, but that's not the sole thing that makes you valuable to other people. And to other people, you might not be valuable by having money, because people don't really care about that sometimes. Your value comes from within, and this might be so cheesy to say, but your value literally comes from within. How you could be valued, or you could see yourself as valuable. If you have $0 to your name, you're still valuable to someone, or not even to someone. You're just valuable. You don't have to be valuable to someone to be valuable. You could see yourself as being valuable regardless if you have money at the end of the day. So that's just the main message I want to get off. Create your own value system. Create things about yourself, or habits, or have these certain morals that makes you create your own value system. That's the point I'm getting at. Literally, you don't have to measure up how you're valued with money involved. You don't have to do that. Your value system don't have to involve money at all. You can value a lot of different things. You can be valued in a lot of different ways that does not involve money. Money is literally the root of all evil, and that's a saying that people say all the time. But like, as I get older and experience life, I realized like money is literally not important. Money is a tool that needs to be utilized. It's not the end all be all. And I learned this before when I was got promoted at my job. I was a manager or whatever, very young, before I had that experience. And I was making really good money for a 23-year-old, like more than people sometimes make when they're in their 40s and their 50s. So, and my peers were a lot older than me. So me leaving that job, I had to make a decision. It was for mental health reasons, but that also made me realize like money is not the sole thing that's important to me. Money, I guess, and I might be very privileged and grateful to say that, but I also work very hard for what I have, and I'm just a hard worker in general. But some people have different like circumstances where they value money more because of their life circumstances, which that's a different conversation. But I don't know. I just hate how money is so. I just hate how money makes the world go. I just hate how money makes people think. I hate how influential money is when it comes to people's decision making, and when it comes to how people see other people. And I just don't really like that. And I just really wish that collectively we can like break down our relationships to money and what it means to us. At least that's what I'm realizing with the Scorpio straight to my second house, square my moon, square my Venus. But yeah, that's my thoughts for today. I would love to talk about this more, but I have to go and tend to my day. I have to work later too, so yeah, it's kind of cloudy. It's a typical fall day. It's not too hot. It's not really freezing cold, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I got my coffee, so I'm gonna enjoy my day. Thank you for listening. Bye.